welcome to Cooking with Kayleigh. I am Kayleigh, and today we are making banana bread, chocolate chip banana bread to be exact. So before starting today, I already have my hair up, I washed my hands, and I washed down the counter. And obviously I got all the ingredients out as well. Before this, I preheated the oven to 350 degrees. And let us get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mix together a cup of veggie oil and a cup of sugar. Half a cup of veggie oil and a cup of sugar. So if you don't want to use veggie oil, canola oil also works just as well. So the important thing when you're measuring in cups is to get down on its eye level. Because when you're measuring, if you're measuring from above or below, it often looks skewed. We're going to put this in the bowl along with our cup of sugar. So, when measuring out sugar, you don't want to have too much, so you can just kind of shake off the top. So it's nice and even. Alright, and I'm just going to use a whisk to kind of beat it together and stir it around. Whenever it says beat, you usually want to use like a whisk. As you can see, it's kind of like basically looks like a face mask in there. What we're going to do next is we're going to mash our bananas. So you want to have 3 bananas, and it's really important that they be pretty much overripe because it's soft and gooey. As you can see, I can really push into it really well, and they're very brown. Alright, so I'm going to mash them in a bowl. It's really important to have these really soft bananas because it makes them very sweet and very kind of overripe. So I'm just going to bring over the compost bucket. Yeah, I compost things. Alright. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. Alright. So it's pretty much gross looking, as you can see. So I just normally cut it in half. And I take my fork and I just start mashing. And when you're mashing, you want to make sure that you mash it so it's like almost kind of pulpy and no longer just a consistent banana. You want to, not pulpy, gooey. Gooey, kind of like a consistency of a cream, almost. Alright, now that that's nice and mashed, I'm going to put my first banana into my sugar and vegetable oil / canola oil. And I'm going to repeat with my other 2 bananas. Okay, so now that you have your bananas nice and mashed in there, you can just stir it up and make it real gross looking to add to just kind of until everything's all stirred together. You're also going to add 2 eggs. So for eggs, it's important to crack them into something else first, not directly into your dish, because in case you get eggshell in there, you'll be able to check. Also, our recipe says 2 beaten eggs. Our recipe says 2 beaten eggs, so I'm just going to take a fork and I'm going to real quickly a little stir. There we go. And dump it into our thing. Second egg. There we go. Just a quick little crack. Alright, and we're just going to beat in our eggs. Just like that until everything is all nice and mixed together and looks pretty gross. Okay, in the second bowl, we are going to do 2 cups of flour. So, unlike sugar, flour you don't want to pack at all. So, when measuring flour, I'm just going to really quickly show you. You want to put it all in there. Theoretically, you'd be measuring over the flour bowl here. Whoop. Over the flour bowl. You want to put it all in there. And once you come here, you just want to level it off. Theoretically, you'd have a much better leveler than this, but this is what I have. There you go. So, 1 and 2. So also in here, we're going to put 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So baking soda is this one. People often get baking soda and baking powder confused. They are 2 different substances. Some recipes have both of them, some do not. In the baking soda, there's a little tab right in here. You might be able to see it, you might not be able to. You just kind of level it off along that. And we also have half of a teaspoon of baking powder. Now, this is my half teaspoon, right? Yeah. Alright. Baking powder, I usually just use the lid to level it off. There we go. Also in here is half a teaspoon of salt. Now salt, you just pour right in, right over. Oh, try not to pour too much in, like I just did. Okay, and now we're just going to mix it together. Just going to use a wooden spoon for this because it's just all dry ingredients and, well, that's all you really need. Just kind of make all the white substances mixed together. Now we're going to pour this into here. It's gross and it's disgusting and it's all getting poured in. This is where we're going to use our scraper, our rubber scraper, to scrape down the sides. Oh, that's the timer for the oven, which has been preheated. And we're also going to add 2 tablespoons of milk. And half a teaspoon of vanilla. One, 2, 3. And I'm going to throw this in the fridge just because it is refrigerated or bulk. Perishable, I think I'm trying to say. And half a teaspoon of vanilla. Now this is our fancy Mexican vanilla that we got in Mexico, which is really good. It's also really strong. There you go. Okay. I'm just going to stir all of this together. Now, make sure to get all of the dry stuff, all the flour mixture off the sides into the banana bread. And now I'm just going to add my 3/4 cup of chocolate chips. So here's our 1/4 cup. And here is our 1/2 cup. There we go. And I'm just going to mix it all in. Just make sure to get all the last bits of the mixture mixed together. Now we're just going to pour our banana bread into our baking tin. As you can see, I have coated the sides with a Pam cooking spray. It's a Pam baking spray, actually. It's super fancy. So we're just going to fill it like halfway. Alright. Because you don't want to fill it too much, because it'll overflow. Is that about halfway? A little bit more. I can do a little bit more. You can use your rubber scraper to help you out here. I'm getting in a little more. Alright, this is about halfway. I'm now going to put it in the oven for about an hour and see what happens. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great banana bread. Yep. Hope you have great banana bread. Hope you have a great day. If you have anything you want me to make, comment down below. I'll have the recipe in the description down below. And happy cooking! Bye!